Gotta get your pretty faces in there. There you go. So as you all have experienced before, bringing home a new dog is rather exciting, and I was fortunate enough to get to do that a little over a year ago with this thing right here. And when we first got him, he was a little bit of a pain. He didn't even know his own name. He knew really nothing. So we took him to get some classes out of the way and some obedience training done, and now he's just completely transformed. So I personally think that everybody should have their dog trained at least a little bit, and my purpose today is kind of to show you what we went through in class. So not only was he trained, but they also trained me as well so that I could continue his training and shape him into the dog that I wanted him to be. Hey, sit. So the very first thing is about potty training, and a website called cuteness.com will tell you there's 3 things that are really important to potty training a dog, and that is, number 1, the schedule. So you need to figure out how often your dog needs to go to the bathroom. The second thing is you need to create a schedule and stick with that schedule. And the third thing is to just keep doing it. And once they have that schedule set, once they have that schedule set, then it is a good thing to just give them some kind of praise or appreciation, a treat like you see me giving him, or a pat on the head, something like that. The next thing that a lot of people are split 50-50 on is keeping dogs off of furniture. Like, I know you two don't really like him on the furniture. No, sit. So one thing that you can do is to give them a place to rest, like right next to the couch. It's a place that is comfortable for them rather than just being on a solid hardwood floor. Another thing that goes hand in hand with the furniture is sleeping. It's the exact same thing. You probably don't want them on the bed with you, so again, right next to the bed, just put something soft and comfortable and warm for them, and they'll know that that's their place. And in either of these instances, if they do end up getting on the bed, it's important to remember that yelling at them or just pushing them off isn't going to do anything. Instead, you need to point to where they need to be, get their attention over to that spot so that they know that that is theirs. Sit. Another thing, and this one he struggled with as well, and you'll see on him there's actually this thing here called a pinch collar, and these pinch collars are designed, they're not meant to hurt the dog, but rather to get their attention, and it has been instrumental in getting him to change his behavior. So a website called gundogsupply.com says that it's really used to reset the dog's attention. So if they get focused on something, they're not listening to the commands that you're giving them. It's important that you give it a small pull, and again, it doesn't hurt them, it puts a pressure on their neck, and it tells them, I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing. You're okay. And dogtrainingexcellence.com goes into walking the dog. So with this pinch collar, we use it on him all the time because he gets very energetic and very distracted extremely easily. So this grabs his attention, and when we're walking, he'll get distracted by just about anything. So when I walk him, I have him right on my right side. If he veers any way forward or back or to the side away from me, I use this, give it a small pull, give him a verbal command, and he's back right by my side. And those verbal commands, you can't just use this and the command itself. You have to give them some kind of praise when they reset their behavior. So like you've seen, I have all these treats back here, and what this is it's a form of praise. So I actually got lucky with this because he is extremely food motivated. Like that's really all he wants. He wants food. So whenever we're training him, doing whatever, I always carry a small bag of these in my pocket, and he knows that that he is supposed to be doing something right. And it actually works really well with him because that treat itself gets his attention, and he'll do something so that he can try and get that treat. Here. Good boy. And the last thing that I want to cover is, again, those verbal commands. So there's really just a few basic ones that I think every dog should know. you'll see that I've been telling him a few times throughout this that he needs to sit, and he does it very well. If he was sitting right now, to get him down into this laying down position, all I would do is tell him down. When he doesn't do these, it's important to use the pinch collar to direct him to do it. So if I want him to sit, I would actually pull back on his neck so that it forces his head up and his bottom down. When I want him to go down, if I just pull it a little forward, it forces his head down and he goes down onto the floor. And again, after each of those, it's important to give him a treat so that he knows that he is doing something good. Good boy. So there is, there's establishments out there, businesses that specialize in training these dogs. Like I said, we got him trained and it changed the dog who he was. I personally believe that everybody should get their dog trained at least for a week so that they can see what their dog can become. And again, it just helps to shape them into a better member of their family, and they essentially just turn out into being something that you can take pride in.